skipping classes and senioritis. And if you're me, you've had senioritis since like 5th grade or 9th grade. Hey everyone, it's Vidsea, and today I'm going to be giving advice to high schoolers. I finished high school like 2 years ago, and so I know that if there's one thing I wish, it was that I was given advice before I got into high school. And I had an older sister and 3 cousins, but still didn't prepare me for what was coming. So today I'm giving y'all advice, and I hope you enjoy. The first thing I want to talk about is the cafeteria. Do you ever feel like nervous or a little anxious when it comes to like who you're gonna sit with or what tables to sit at? I know that was me when I first started high school. I was like, oh my gosh, who am I gonna sit with? Where am I gonna sit? What's going down? And I mean, you're eating your lunch, so it's like, but really, honestly, if you have any friends, obviously you're gonna sit with them. If maybe it's the first day of school and you're like, oh my gosh, and you haven't met one friend yet or have seen any of your previous friends and you're like, oh my gosh, then I would say just sit with anyone. I mean, honestly, it's not gonna matter if you see someone alone. Obviously, sometimes you see people alone and they're actually saving seats for their friends. That happens. I mean, I'm sure if you ask them if you can sit down with them, they'd say yes. I don't see why someone would turn you away. It's not Mean Girls. They're not gonna turn you away, most likely. I haven't seen any of that happen ever. The closest I saw to that was like, I think it was one full row, like a table for all like the football players. So yeah, don't feel nervous, don't feel anxious. Just sit down with a group of people that you feel comfortable with, a friend, maybe even a peer, someone you know that you can trust and you'll feel comfortable around. And say you're older, you've been in school for a couple of years and you still don't like the cafeteria room. Well, then that's fine. Trust me, there are other things you can do. I mean, like I said, if you don't like it in general and you sit with your friends and you just don't like the cafeteria room, then there are other things you can do. For me, I like to go to the library to study sometimes. And I say study, but sometimes I watch Netflix. You can go to the library if they're open and you can like eat your lunch. They're usually okay with that. I sat there with some friends before a few times, and then if they were closed or if anything happened to where I couldn't go there, I would actually stay in my classroom because I was in culinary. That was my senior year and she was okay with it, and it's culinary, so of course I can eat in there. And it turns out by the end of the year almost the whole class had stayed. So yeah, a lot of people don't like the cafeteria room. It's weird, but not weird. I get it. Next I'm going to talk about appearance. Oh my gosh, those pesky pimples, I still have some today. They lied, it doesn't go away when you're an adult. Maybe when I hit 21. And next is a bad hair day, that's another thing, or clothing, outfits. I think a lot of people will struggle with at least one of those things, if not all. Bad hair day, I've had bad hair days to where I didn't even want to come to school. And I know that's bad, and I've known other people to feel that way. Don't feel that way. Honestly, if it's that bad, just put your hair up. Like, that's what I did today. Just put your hair up. I clipped it. Or you can put it in a bun or a ponytail, you know. And there's so many different types of braids. If you have long hair, if you have short hair, you can just wear it down. If you have the hair that's like kind of like, wah, and you can't let it down. I know my hair used to be like that too. Then, just like I said, a ponytail. And if it's really short, then, I mean, I don't know, put gel in it? I don't know. So yeah, if you're a guy, I won't be much help for you. I'd just like comment if your hair is short. I mean, there's not really much you can do, so you shouldn't have a bad hair day where like, and if you're a female with long hair or a guy with long hair, because I've met some, and he would always wear his hair down or in a ponytail. So there you go, guys. If you have long hair, wear it down or in a ponytail. I even knew a guy that straightened his hair. So yeah, like I said, put your hair up. There's so many different things. Don't worry. And if you're in a rush, clip it. Seriously, clip it. I mean, mine might not look good right now. I didn't even check before I started recording. But, I mean, trust me, if you like just quickly play with it, it's gonna look nice. And for those pesky pimples, there's nothing I can really tell you to do about it. They're just there. Now, obviously, a lot of you can try, like, I think they have like St. Ivy cream, or they have like the clear stuff, the stuff you put when you wake up. And they have so many things. For me, a lot of those things actually made it worse and it irritated my skin. And now that I'm an adult, it actually helped. So that was weird. I don't know. But now I don't use any of it. I don't like it. But what I would say is use like moisturizer, you know, like always put lotion because the sun does hurt your face, and that's a big deal. And so you want to do that. Find an SPF depending on like whether it's summer. During summer, I think the SPF is high. It's like 50 is what you should use. During winter, I think it's 25 or 30. I don't remember. But and make sure it's oil free, otherwise it will upset your face. But I would see like your doctor or your dermatologist about it because I still have them, but they've gotten way better from before. And if you work out a lot, whether you're an athlete or you work out at home from time to time like me, then definitely take a shower right after. You know, your body, the reason why a lot of us get pimples is because our bodies collect the dirt from the day, from the workout, and especially when you're working out, you know, that sweat and you have so much that's getting in your face. And that's how things like blackheads form and other pimples. And so just think about it. It's kind of gross, you know. So wash your face. Find a nice cleanser that works for you and just cleanse your face. And obviously don't feel bad because you have pimples. It's fine. We're human. Like a lot of us get pimples. It's okay. And if you have acne that's very bad and out of hand, then definitely go see your dermatologist. If you just have some acne here or there, or the kinds that just spruce out and it's just like, oh, then like I said, those are some tips that you could probably use, but don't feel embarrassed or ashamed. I mean, I don't know. It's you. Trust me, you're beautiful and your pimples don't make you look bad. It's just pimples. So now let's talk about outfits. Some people find it very hard to pick out outfits. Like I said in the last video, it's not a fashion show. Don't worry. People aren't really going to judge you for how you look. That's ridiculous. And this isn't middle school, okay? People aren't going to judge you. So if you're not able to afford expensive stuff, it's okay. People aren't going to look at you and be like, oh, that's Walmart branded or something like that. That's silly. No, that's ridiculous. Or look at your shoes and judge them. I have not seen that, I don't think, ever in high school. No. In middle school, yeah, I saw. High school, that doesn't really exist anymore. So yeah, people mature a little. Another thing is when you're picking an outfit, it can be anything. It can be simple as a jeans and a top. It doesn't have to have any design or logo on it. It doesn't have to be too, you know, flat, like showy, like very, like I said, fashiony or whatever. So yeah, you're there to learn and make friends if you want to and all that fun stuff. Yeah, homework and fun in the same sentence. Anyways, but yeah, really don't stress what you're wearing. It's okay. It could even be a hoodie and some pants. Once again, it could be the easiest thing. If you're a female, you can even wear a dress if you want to. Like I said, be careful with how short it is, you know, because you can get in trouble for that. And you can wear a skirt. It could be anything. Guys, you can wear pretty much pants and any top, really, as long as it's not inappropriate, because they'll get on you for that too if it shows too much shoulder. And I even saw some guys wear suits and ties. Yes, in high school I saw like 2 at least that would wear it almost all the time. And that was pretty cool. So yeah, you don't stress really. And if you're in a school activity, school club, and your outfit's a cheerleader outfit, I know a lot of them wear that. The football players will wear their outfits sometimes, obviously not the big outfits, like their top with jeans. So don't worry too much about what you're wearing. It's okay. Trust me, as long as you have on appropriate clothes and it's simple or nice and you like it, that's all that matters. So next, let's talk about eating right. Obviously, when you're in high school, a lot of the times you don't care and you eat whatever you want. It's like vegetables, what? Fruits, what? Salads, huh? And all of that stuff. And it's all about drinking soda and let's see, cakes, sweets, salty foods like chips, you name it. Anything that's unhealthy, a lot of teenagers are drawn to, even young adults and other people. Burgers, and that's fine. Just make sure that you try to fit in, fruits and vegetables, more water, and try to be more healthy if you can, because not only does it help you feel great and better, it helps you get through those long days of school because it helps boost your energy. So that's very important. And eating healthy helps you in the long run as well, so that's really great. Next, I want to talk about time management and feeling overwhelmed. A lot of the times when you're a teenager and a young adult, we tend to feel more overwhelmed constantly, and we're just very stressed, and that's because we have so much we're juggling. Maybe you just got your first job, and so you're putting on more work, and then on top of that, you have this whole pile of homework that you procrastinated on doing. And then not only that, but you have school activities that you have to focus on during school and after school. and then you want to manage spending time with your friends, and the list goes on and on. There's so much you feel you have to do. You have projects, you name it. So a way to relieve that stress would be to relax and also take time to do your hobbies from time to time, whether that be working out, listening to your favorite music, I don't know, anything, whatever your hobby is, writing. There's so many hobbies out there. Whatever yours is, take time to do that. Take time to think, and working out helps in general as well to relieve stress. And also another reason why we feel overwhelmed is because we actually are very bad when it comes to time management. And what I mean by that is we spend hours upon hours binge watching our favorite show every day, every week. And some of us play a lot of video games like crazy, and not only do we stay up all night doing that, I mean that's really bad for your sleeping habits as well, but then a lot of us do other things like spending time with our friends a little too much, like almost every day, and then that interferes with so much time that you could be spending on other things. And so if you just take a little bit of time out of your day to do what's really important, then you'll have time to have fun as well. So focus on what's important first, and then you can have fun later, or have a little bit of fun and then focus on whatever it is you need to do and then have some fun again. I mean, whatever it is, as long as you're getting your work done, trust me, you're gonna feel so much more relieved. And on a quick note, if you would like for me to talk more about time management and managing, being overwhelmed and just trying to get that stress out, let me know in the comments down below, because I'd love to make another video for you and speak more about that. Next is poor sleeping habits. So many young adults and adolescents have that problem. We go to sleep very late. I mean, some of us go to sleep, at like 11 to 2 a.m. Like, that's crazy. And then we have to wake up early to get to school. I mean, come on. That's where a lot of stress is coming from also. We're supposed to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night, and some of us aren't even getting some of us aren't even getting half of that sometimes. I've heard of people that only got 2 hours of sleep, and I was like, what? And a lot of that can come from playing games all night. It can be from being out all night. It can be from so much things, or it could be from doing homework because you procrastinated and did other things. So, and it can even be because you had a job or have a job. And if that's the case, just try to talk to your manager so that you're not having to work so late and that you have time to do both. Like, don't try to do a full-time job and have school. Like, that's 2 full-time jobs. Like, come on. If you can't handle it, don't do it. Your health is more important. Your grades are more important, and so try to manage your time better. Lastly, I want to talk about skipping classes and senioritis. And if you're me, you've had senioritis since like 5th grade or 9th grade. And no, I'm just kidding. But really, senioritis is actually only for seniors. It's usually when you're just done with school and you're tired, you don't want to go anymore. I felt that way since like freshman year. But there's a way to overcome that, like stay involved in school activities that, pull you in and you really like it. And just remember, if you keep your grades up, and like skipping class, it's just hurting your grades. And if you're top 10%, you get free college. I mean, what's better than that? And you want to be able to get accepted into more colleges, take your education more seriously, because a lot of people don't get an education. I know people hate when people say that, but it's true, and you shouldn't take it for granted. And skipping classes only hurts you, nobody else. So just don't do it. And if you have senioritis, I'm sorry. I know I had it. The way that I pulled through was by hanging out with my friends at school, talking to them in between classes, during classes, but also focusing on my work. And then also I was vice president of a club that I really loved. It was human services, and we got to volunteer and do stuff, and I actually really liked it. And so just find something that you like. A lot of other people, it's football, it's volleyball, it's band, it's choir. They find anything that they like, or it could even be student council. So just find something that you like and put your mind into that, the positive energy in high school, whatever time you have left, and trust me, you'll make it through. Alright everyone, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And as always, if you have any video requests, comment down below and I just might choose it. Bye everyone, have a great day.